You get home after a long day at work or school, and the first thing that most people will do is switch on the TV or begin getting dinner ready for the rest of the family. However, in 17% of the world, this isn't a possibility, as some developing countries don't have access to basic electricity. Hi, my name is Connor Pryce, and today I'll be talking about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, with a particular focus on Goal 7. Affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. For the past 2 weeks, I have been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with the Sustainable Schools Network. This company has acknowledged the need for knowledge about sustainability to be taught in schools and local communities, taking a particular focus on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. To investigate Goal 7, we will look at the past of sustainable electricity, the present of sustainable electricity, and the potential future of sustainable electricity, particularly focusing on the goals the UN has put in place to be achieved by 2030. Then, to complete our time together, we will look into some resources that can be incorporated into classrooms going forward. In the past, electricity was generated by burning fossil fuels, and this has been going on for centuries and is still prevalent in modern-day society. However, some sustainable options have been used, such as the wind turbine and the water wheel. Both are examples of kinetic energy being transformed into electricity. Both of these renewable sources of energy are still being used in modern-day society. However, just like in the past, more often than not, electricity is being supplied through non-renewable fossil fuels, which has caused immense amounts of pollution into our world. In society today, electricity is just as important, if not more important, to the daily running of society in Australia and the world. While we might take it for granted, there are some countries that don't have the capabilities to supply reliable energy to communities, including homes and scarcely healthcare centres. However, on a more positive note, new innovations have allowed homes to be fitted with solar power, creating a reliable, renewable energy source to be used. It is estimated that in Australia, 21% of homes are fitted with solar. That is 1 in 5 homes you should be able to see solar panels installed on. Solar energy creation and consumption has risen from 22% from 2018 to 2019, and this growth rate is expected to rise to continue going forward. I personally believe that solar panels will become a compulsory component when building new houses in the future. However, while we are beginning to witness an increase in renewable sources being used, the vast majority of our electricity is still created through the use of fossil fuels. It is estimated that 79% of electricity used is via these fossil fuels. By the year 2030, the United Nations have set the target of enhancing international cooperation to facilitate access to clean energy research and technology, including renewable energy, energy efficiency, and advanced and cleaner fossil fuel technology. However, the major goal for the UN is to provide electricity to all the world's population while decreasing fossil fuel consumption and finding a reliable renewable source. I personally believe that this is a possibility due to the growth we're seeing in solar panels being installed on houses, and I doubt over the coming years a new renewable energy source will be discovered that might appeal to more people. As teachers, we have the responsibility to educate our students on the need to create a sustainable society, and the first step in achieving that is in the classroom. It's particularly important that this information is provided to our students from a young age. This can be as simple as teaching students about energy consumption and the importance of turning off switches when not being used. A resource that I found that is particularly useful for primary, however can be used across all age groups, is this YouTube video by the UN Vienna that uses basic animation to demonstrate the UN's Goal 7. This is a great video that really helps illustrate the point of Goal 7. While it doesn't actually use any verbal dialect, the message is still really evident, and it is a nice short clip that can be easily shown to students in the classroom. As alluded to in the beginning of my video, I noted how great we have it and how we take electricity for granted. However, this isn't the case for 17% of the world. This lesson plan I decided to focus on today, however, isn't based on renewable energy or energy sources. It's more based on inequality, and it's more just to get students to understand how much better off they are in Australia compared to what they could be in some other countries that don't actually have access to this energy technology. The fact that our students get to go home at the end of the day and still be able to watch TV, do their homework on a computer, be in a nicely lit house, for some students that's just not an option in other countries. So this lesson really focuses on being quite confrontational with the students, getting them to truly understand how lucky they are in the situation they are in. They get access to go to classrooms that are nicely air conditioned, can watch stuff on on the whiteboard and still enjoy schooling and not have to worry about where their next meal is coming from or trying to do their homework before it gets dark outside. This next resource for teachers comes directly from the world's largest lesson website, and this lesson is based on the concept of the world not being equal and asking students, is this fair? The lesson is based for ages 8 to 13, however could be easily amended for both older and younger age groups and be just as effective. The website as a whole is one that I recommend for teachers going forward, as there is an incredible amount of lesson plans and resources all about sustainability that can be used in the classroom. The work the Sustainable Schools Network is doing is nothing short of remarkable. I really hope that they see results from their work in the coming years. By focusing on the Sustainable Development Goals being implemented by the United Nations on a smaller scale, by working with students, they are making an impact that will hopefully see change going into the future. I truly believe, as a society, we're heading in the right direction, and by the year 2030, we will see significant strides being made towards affordable, reliable energy sources.